few years ago, I felt like I was falling behind in every area of my life. I looked confident on the outside, but inside I felt disconnected, overwhelmed, and honestly, I didn't even know where to start. If you feel stuck right now, and if you want to glow up from inside out, not just to look good, but to feel powerful, this video is for you. I'm going to walk you through 6 steps that changed everything for me. Let's get straight to the point. First thing that I did, I took the responsibility for my life on myself. Your past may have shaped you, but it does not determine who you are right now. Your story is valid, but from this point, you are choosing what's happening next. I used to blame different circumstances in my life, that I'm like this because this happened to me, because I had traumatic childhood, because I had unhappy relationships, because my parents were too strict. I was blaming other people. I was blaming different circumstances, traumas, but at the end of the day, nothing changed. I was just blaming others, and I was being like this for many years, still being depressed, still being overwhelmed, still not being confident, still not getting what I want, and not living up to my potential. So what's the point to blame other people? What's the point to blame circumstances? By doing this, people try to blame other people because they feel bad or they feel sad. The most important thing is, what are you doing with your life? None of the people, none of the traumas, none of the circumstances, experiences, anything that happened to you, it does not determine who you are. You decided yourself that you're going to give this power to those people, to those circumstances, and to this past. And nothing of it actually shape who you are unless you choose to give this power to it. The thing that I did, I took the responsibility for my actions, for my relationship, for the thing that I can control in my life, on myself. If I lay there in my bed and scroll, that's why, because I chose to do this. If I didn't go to the gym and skip this day, this is because I chose this. I chose to be unhappy. I chose to live a miserable life. I chose to talk to those people. It wasn't a destiny. It was my choice. So if you want to change something in your life, you should stop blaming everyone, everything in your life for what you have now, for who you are now, and take this on yourself. The thing that I would recommend you to do is just to admit that you have the power to shape your reality. You have the power to change something. You have the power to choose what you do. So no more excuses like this happened because of my childhood. Okay, so what? You still keep living like this and nothing is going to change as I was living before. The moment when you decided, from now on, I'm going to be responsible for my actions, for my words, for my relationship, for my thoughts even, and to make sure that I filter all of this, make sure that I choose the right way to do things. It goes with my moral values. Make sure that I do this to feel the best for people around me and for my life overall. And honestly, even statistics says from the podcast with Joe Dispenza, I've heard this, 50% of your stories from your past and all of those traumas, they're not even real. It's not even true because you just created the story yourself. So maybe this trauma from your childhood, it wasn't like this actually. You added more drama, you added more emotions to this to make it valid as an excuse not to change. Because change requires going out of your comfort zone. And when you stay in this comfort zone and blame other people, of course you cannot change. So to change, admit that you have the power over yourself and your actions. That's it. Next one. Second thing, to become your best self, you should build a solid routine that is going to help you to do something, at least something that is going to benefit you and your life. At least one small habit that is going to make you powerful and improve you every single day. Either it's reading, either it's going out for a walk, either it's meditating, either it's working on your projects. So I would recommend you to build a consistent morning routine. So write down the exact time. For example, 6 a.m. I wake up, then I go to shower, then I brush my teeth, and write down everything up to a minute. So you will follow this routine without scrolling, without touching your phone in first 20-30 minutes when you wake up, without checking social media right after waking up, because it gives you a lot of overthinking, brain fog, and difficulty to concentrate during the day and do stuff that actually matters for you. I would recommend you to do at least one task a day that is going to help you to achieve your goals, to achieve something bigger, to make progress. For example, it could be anything that you're working on or you're planning to work on. Something beneficial, at least one task. It's not a lot. Maybe it's reading. It could take you 20 minutes a day. Drinking more water, journaling, going out for a walk, at least 10 minutes. Make and add this one task, only one task. At least you can add more, but from the beginning, I would recommend you to start with this. Discipline doesn't have to be harsh. Begin with one thing each day that is going to bring you closer to your vision. I have a lot of things like this I do every day. For example, reading my Bible. For example, writing down my task for a day in my journal. At least build a consistency and learn how to be consistent with this routine. I use a productivity planner like this. Okay, it's too harsh. And I write down just the things that I'm going to do during the day. You can look at this closer. I write down here every day to make sure that I know what I do and to stick to this routine and accomplish tasks. One of my tasks and my consistent routine is reading Bible every day. I started reading and this was a new one and I just studied it. I take some lessons for myself from it every single day. I get a wisdom that you cannot find anywhere else in books. For example, you can do something like this, at least something simple, as I mentioned before, and it's going to help you to build consistency and discipline and feel yourself so much better. Let's go to the next point. Third point, find a topic or area that you're going to obsess with. For example, I love learning psychology, human behavior, self-development, and all of that self-care, feminine energy. I love this topic and I'm doing everything to become my best self. This is my obsession. I want you to find your obsession. What is that? What are you passionate about, or what do you want to learn? Find something that is going to light up this fire in you and you will feel just energized, excited about certain thing that you want to learn, you want to improve. It could be sports, it could be music, it could be psychology or study or some creative work like painting something. Find something. Stop scrolling on your phone. It's not your obsession. It's just an addiction to dopamine. You want to build a real obsession with something that you like. This is how you build something great. This is how you grow in your goals, become the best self. You want to find the area that you are obsessed with. Think about it. If you don't know what is that, you can think, what did you like in your childhood? Either it's drawing, either it's dancing, either it's music or psychology or learning something, studying something. Maybe you're a lawyer. Also human behavior, or you're more on the sporty side, something about sports. Go in depth into this topic and obsess about it. Go and learn, go and study, go educate yourself, watch crazy amount of videos, because it lights up the spark in you and you want to live, you want to build something great. And if something lights up you that much, it's your purpose. You can do something with it in your life. You can build something great with it. You can make money with it. So go deep, learn daily, stay consistent with this. Find something that lights you up. Don't lie to yourself that you're interested in science if you don't. If your parents told you that you're going to be a doctor but you enjoy actually making music, go and make music, because you have been given this talent and passion in your heart from God. God gave you this passion and your dreams. This does not just happen because, for no reason. It couldn't happen like this. If you have your dreams, your goals in your heart, it means something. It truly does. And it means that you can absolutely achieve all of it. Keep going this direction. Fourth thing, start reading. Please start reading books, but just not a fiction books, not just fantasy books. It's good to read those. I want you to read non-fiction books. I want you to read self-development books. I want you to read books that are going to help you to learn about yourself, about life, about finances, about philosophy, psychology, whatever it is. I want you to learn something actually about this life. Get some advices, build something on this. Those books can change literally the way you think. And with every book that I have read, I changed my mindset and I changed the way I think and I see this world. Especially there are a ton of powerful transformational books that can change you completely. So please start reading at least a few pages a day. Start with something. Any books that you're interested in. Don't force yourself to read something that you don't like. Don't do this, because it will completely break this interest. It will completely break this passion, desire to read, and interest in books. So don't force yourself to read something that you don't like. Find some non-fiction books that you truly enjoy on the topic that you like. It could be music, it could be anything, right? It could be creative things, it could be finances, it could be psychology. I have some books on my background. You can see like The Diary of CEO, The Art of Seduction, The Psychology of Money, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. It changed the way I think. So read books. Take it seriously. It's not just an advice. It's a really transformational and deep thing. Fifth point that I've done, it's doing a bit more spiritual kind of practices. For example, meditations, journaling, yoga nidra, or just sitting down in silence and being with yourself here, with your thoughts, with your emotions, and not rejecting it, but sitting there with it. So many people cannot do this and they try to avoid sitting on their own and doing things on their own, especially without their phones. It's not even possible for some people because they're afraid to stay on their own and they need to have this constant stimulation of their dopamine in their brains. I would recommend you to start doing at least something from these points, like meditations or just writing down your thoughts basically in your notebook. Sit and write down what you're thinking about. You don't need to be highly philosophical or write down some fancy poetic style. Just write down what are you thinking about. Or do this practice called yoga nidra, non-sleep deep rest. For example, I do this when I feel highly overwhelmed or stressed. It helps me to calm down my nervous system and feel so much better in my body. It helped me to get rid of anxiety and tension. How you do this? You just find something on YouTube, some kind of yoga nidra practice. I can attach and link the channel that I usually use and I do. It's the best one. Just lay down your bed, cover yourself with blanket and just listen to the voice. What is this woman talking about? And do everything that she tells you to do. Like breathe deeply, relax your body. Usually do around 20 to 40 minutes and it helps a lot to calm down and just be there with myself. Sixth point, the last one, reduce negativity and negative content and the things that you consume. You cannot even imagine how much it shapes you, the way you think. You cannot imagine how much it shapes your beliefs, your mood, and overall it changes your energy. If you constantly watch news, detective movies, some kind of drama, scary movies, horror films, you might think that it does not influence me, I'm okay. But actually it does. Subconsciously, you might not even understand this, but it does attract negative energy. It does shape your beliefs, your thoughts. It gives you a lot of anxiety and tension, and you begin to see this world as dangerous one and you start living in survival. When you watch a lot of detective movies or, for example, watch a lot of news, they want to program your brain to think that everything is bad because it's easier to control the minds of people who are sad, who don't believe in themselves, who are not trying to achieve anything. It's so easy to control the minds of those people. They do post those news, they tell about bad things happening in the world. Have you noticed that most of the things that they talk about in news, it's negative ones? If you didn't, observe and detach from this. Stop watching news. Also, you get a lot of influence from people and from actual conversations with someone when they're constantly talking about bad things. I feel bad, I'm so tired, I don't like what I do, like I hate this person. When you constantly hear this person programs you to think the same. Even if you have this strong and powerful aura, you become friends with this person, you will get certain beliefs from them. You will get this energy and you will think, oh my god, I hate this person also. And you won't even notice how it happens. If they're not positive, if they constantly complain, if they constantly tell everything in a negative way, stay away from those people. Don't talk to them. You cannot change those people. Most likely you will get more negative after talking to them. I don't tell you to just stop talking to everyone, but please watch carefully who you're talking to, especially in your closest circle of people. Also, a lot of low vibrational things, that's like junk food or scrolling a lot or gossiping about other people, judging other people, telling bad things about other people, and constantly repeating this because you want to repeat those negative patterns and it feels good. It gives you fake confidence, but deep down you're actually really insecure. I want you just to be conscious of this and have the power to change it, because as we discussed in the first step, you have the power to change everything that's going on in your life, at least to change things that you have control over. So please protect your peace and protect your energy from those things. Be mindful of what you consume, that it's not only food, but it could be information, social media, content, movies. Be mindful of this because it shapes who you are and it shapes and changes your beliefs and your life. I hope it was interesting. I hope this video helped you. Also, I have one-on-one coaching. If you want to change your life, shape your reality and change the way you think, your confidence levels, build your dream body, or heal your past traumas, or become your best self, I'm open and link is going to be in the description. I'm open to help with everything that I've just mentioned. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. Subscribe not to miss anything and see you in the next video. Bye!